artificial intelligence, robotics, and Internet of Things began to play a significant role in our lives and also in our classrooms. This era saw technology integration and education at a deeper level. With personalized learning, we keep talking about personalized learning, with personalized learning, digital classrooms, and online resources becoming the norm. The goal was to prepare students for a future dominated by technology with skills like coding. You know, I'm sure you remember when students started talking about coding. Those students, when we talk about Python, for us, Python always meant a snake. But for them, you talk about Python and they talk about coding and strings. Though I still wonder why a Python, why a snake should need a string. So this is what the modern children are. So coding, digital literacy, they started talking about, and the data analysis started taking the center stage. Here, technology and education started walking hand in hand. Smart boards replaced chalkboards, tablets and laptops become the new notebooks. I'm sure you all remember the introduction of tablets and laptops. They become the new notebooks. Students started taking their notes in their tablets and notebooks. When we were young, we were in school. Our teachers taught us to, our teachers made us practice cursive writing. How many students practice cursive writing now? They hardly write. If you go to the advanced school, I've been fortunate to teach in some advanced schools and also to visit some of the best schools around the world. Students do not take notes now. The cursive writing makes no sense to them. So times have changed. The coding classes, that was the time when coding classes began popping up like mushrooms. Everywhere there were coding classes. But what was the focus? Preparing students for a tech-saturated future. That was the focus at that time. So this was a time of integration of technology and learning. I'm sure many of you remember your geography classes. Do you remember your geography classes? They were very interesting classes. And in geography classes, we learned from our geography teacher. And is there any geography teacher here? And please correct me if the number is wrong. So we learned in our geography class that the Earth is rapidly spinning at about 1,000 miles per hour. But it feels like education is spinning even faster. It's all about changes. I remember Dr. Bhandari's lecture when she was talking about education. The question, she said, what is education? And I remember one word very distinctly, and that was, she said, education is all about the changes. So education is changing rapidly. One moment you are learning from the textbook map, and the second moment you are on a virtual reality tour of Amazon rainforest. That's how things are changing. And now we are here at the cusp of Ed 5.0, that is Education 5.0, where technology is not just integrated, but is used to enhance human-centric skills. I'm coming to the point. What are the human-centric skills? I'll read out some. If we could move to the next. So, what are human-centric skills? The human-centric skills often referred as soft skills. These soft skills are the abilities that focus on interpersonal interactions, emotional intelligence, and personal traits that facilitate human connection and collaboration. Connection and collaboration are going to be very, very important aspects of education in future. And actually, even today they are. In the context of Act 5, where technology serves to enhance these abilities, here are some examples of human-centric skill. And there is a list. And there are many more. I could find out about these only, but there are many more. So when we talk about emotional intelligence, let the teachers and professors and educators give that test. So what is emotional intelligence? Can I ask anyone? If you want to respond, please go ahead. What is emotional intelligence? Any answer?
This is how you handle your own emotions and the emotions of others.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely spot on. So this is what you wanted to add something, sir.
Sir, additionally, how to understand the emotions of others as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And also how to handle interpersonal relationship judiciously and empathetically. So this is what emotional intelligence is. Now we move forward. Critical thinking. What is critical thinking? If anyone could.
Critical thinking is not only positive thinking, but the pros and cons of a particular aspect.
Basically analyze the information, analyze the data available to you. So that is and make a responsible or reasoned judgment. Absolutely right. Creativity. We all know what creativity is. Creativity is a talent to generate or recognize ideas. So that is creativity. If we move forward, communication. Communication is going to be a major part of the education, and communication is what? Communication is not one way. What is happening, what was happening in most of the classes a few years back. The monologues, that is not communication. Communication is a two-way process. Speaking, presenting your ideas, ability to speak up your mind, and also be a good listener, active listener, respond. So this is what you are. I'm speaking here. The communication is going on. I'm speaking here, and you are responding, being an active listener. The collaboration. As I said, collaboration is going to be a major attribute in future. Collaboration is working well with others to reach a common goal. That is collaboration. Adaptability. Anyone?
How to adjust in a situation, how to react accordingly.
Absolutely. So flexibility. That is the crux. Leadership. I'm sure we all know what leadership is. Leadership is an art to motivate the group of people to act towards achieving a common goal. That is what the leadership is. There are many discussions based on leadership. I think this is not the right time to start the discussion on what leadership is. But generally, this is what leadership is. We just talked about, and then ethical judgment and integrity, the capacity to understand the ethical implications of decisions. That is ethical judgment, and then consistently sticking to what we think is morally correct. That is integrity. And there are many more: cultural awareness and competency. Then we have resilience. Resilience is what? The toughness and ability to recover quickly from different difficult situations. So that is resilience. And interpersonal skills. Now, in this era, the most difficult thing is to maintain relationship. So interpersonal skills address that situation. So basically, finding and maintaining positive relationship with others, and then empathy. We all know what empathy is. We keep talking about empathy. Then conflict resolution. How to resolve conflicts. That's a big issue. That's a big attribute. If we know that, then half of our issues are solved. And that is what we want to teach our children, our students in school. Because every time when they go out or when they are at home in school, there are conflicts. These conflicts can be bigger or smaller. these conflicts are going to affect them immediately or in the future. But the result of conflicts they are going to face at some point of time. So that is one skill, soft skill or human-centric skill which they need to know, which they need to learn. And who's going to do that? That is our job. As educators, as teachers, as principals, that is our job. And then time management, we all know what time management is. And there are two more things like self-motivation, service orientation, learning abilities, etc., etc. So I won't say this is an exhaustive list, but yes, I have tried to jot down some of them here. And there could be many more apart from this list. So, ladies and gentlemen, in the era of education 5.0, these skills are increasingly important as technology takes over more routine, task-based jobs, leaving humans to perform roles and require nuanced understanding, empathy, and innovation qualities that are uniquely human and cannot be easily replaced by machine or technology. So this is what we are. And I think so when you were talking about some of these traits.
Yes.
You were talking about some of these attributes. So this is what I'm also saying. So it means the entire education world is focusing on these skills, on these human-centric skills. Now, we are talking about soft skills, we are talking about human-centric skills. What is the purpose? Why are we talking about these human-centric skills? So probably in few minutes, I'll come to, not probably, be assured, in few minutes, I'll come to that point. So education 5.2 enhances human-centric skills through several innovative approaches that leverage technology to provide more personalized, engaging, and interactive learning experience. Let us take some examples. We can start with critical thinking. So let's see how technology is going to enhance critical thinking, or is enhancing critical thinking in some of the educational systems in many countries. I'll give some real life examples also, but let's see one or two of these examples. So critical thinking. So digital platforms can offer complex problem-solving environments and simulations. The way when you go for a driving test, you get those simulations where you sit and drive. That is not real, but it gives a feel of real driving. So this is what the technology is going to do, allowing students to experiment with different solutions and see consequences of their decision in a controlled setting. Those consequences are not going to make much of a difference in their lives, but definitely they are going to enhance their experience. Let's take one or two examples more. Okay, let's talk about cultural awareness and competence. Virtual exchanges and collaborative international projects facilitated by digital communication tools can immerse students in other cultures, enriching their cultural understanding and sensitivity. That is one problem our world is facing, because we do not teach students to be sensitive. They feel they are at the center of the universe, which is not the truth. Every person has his or her own universe, and that person is in the center of that universe. So definitely we respect our universe, we recognize our position, our center. But if we do not recognize, if we do not respect other universes, if we do not respect or recognize the fact that others also are in the center of their universe, then situations are going to be difficult. That situations are going to be out of hand, and that is what is happening in many parts of the globe. So these are the issues, these are the problems which need to be addressed immediately. And that's why we have this concept of Ed 5.0. So by integrating these technologies into curriculum, Education 5.0 doesn't just impart knowledge. Even we need to understand this. It does not just impart knowledge, it actively cultivates soft skills that are essential for personal and professional success in 21st century. The demands were different in 20th century, and probably in 19th century, demands were absolutely different. But in 21st century, my dear ladies and gentlemen, my dear fellow educators, demands are going to be absolutely different, and we have to recognize this fact. So it recognizes the Ed 5.0 recognizes that these human-centric skills are critical for students to navigate an increasingly complex, interconnected, and tech-driven world. Education 5.0 is an approach that marries tech savviness with empathy, creativity, and sustainability. It is not just a vision for the future of education, it is an urgent response. I'm using the word response. It is an urgent response to the needs of rapidly changing world, and the world is changing. We all recognize this fact. So we can say that Education 5.0 takes us to the time when humanity meets high tech. That is the most important line, I would say. Well, let's take one more example. How Ed 5.0 is going to work. If we could just move to the next. So there are two, but let's take one example, and that is example of climate change in education, because I have to wind up this session on time. So let's take example of climate change education. Consider the issue of climate change. It's a complex, urgent global challenge that affects every aspect of our lives. Do we all recognize this? Do we all agree on it or not? How many of us agree on this point? Everyone agrees. And from the environment of economics, from politics to public health, everywhere, this is going to affect our lives. The traditional education system focused on rote learning and standardized testing. So we can say that education system, let's talk about Ed 1.5 to Ed 4.0. So these systems were all ill-equipped to prepare students for the multifaceted challenges posed by climate changes. Now, what is the approach of Ed 5.2? Now, we need to understand the approach of 5.0, the education 5.0. In response, an education 5.0 model might integrate climate change education across various disciplines. For instance, let's take some example. We are talking about one issue, and that is climate change education. And then we say science classes would teach the fundamentals of climate changes or climate science, helping students understand the mechanism of global warming. That is one science. This is what they are going to do in science classes. So social study classes could explore the impact of climate change in different communities and discuss policy responses. That is going to happen in our social science classes, social study classes. Now, technology classes. In technology classes, teachers and students can focus on innovations in renewable energy and sustainable technologies. If we move to art and literature, I'm sure art and literature people were feeling left out. So there is something for them too. Art and literature classes could encourage students to express their feelings about climate change and envision a sustainable future. Moreover, ED 5.0 would continue at theoretical knowledge. It also involves project-based learning where students engage in local environment projects like a school, like a school-wide initiative to reduce carbon footprints or collaborate with local businesses to implement sustainable practices. Many schools do take steps. For example, in our school, we have stopped using plastic. We have we have banned the entry of polythene bags on our campus. I'm sure, despite our best efforts, it's not 100% banned, but we do not encourage anyone to enter our school premises with a polythene bag. So these are little steps many schools are doing. I know many schools, they have stopped using plastic bottles. So, and maybe next time when you come here to attend a session in ICFAI, you will have only glasses, not these bottles, not these plastic bottles. So that's how we evolve. That's how we change our system. So now the question is, why is it urgent? I would say this approach is urgent. The approach of ED 5.0 is urgent because climate change is happening now, and its effects are increasingly being felt worldwide by integrating climate education into all aspects of learning and encouraging practical engagement. Education 5 ensures that students are aware of these issues and equipped with knowledge, skill, and motivation to address them. So we can say that Education 5.0 refers to the next evolutionary phase in the educational paradigm. Education 5.0 is deeply influenced by the rapid advancements in technology and changing societal needs. It builds upon digital integration and personalized learning approaches of Education 4.0. I'm sure you remember what Education 4.0 was, but places a stronger emphasis on humanistic values, human-centric skills, creativity, and ethical use of technology. I repeat, the ethical use of technology. ED 5.0 aims to prepare learners not just for the workforce, but to be responsible, innovative, and empathetic members of society who can tackle global challenges. It strives to create a balanced and inclusive education system that prepares learners for the complexities of 21st century, ensuring they are not only successful in their careers, but also conscientious global citizens. Well, don't think that Education 5.0 is a far-fetched idea. The world has started accepting it. And it is now sitting at your doorsteps. Let me give you some examples which may offer you more insight. You know, what is happening in other countries, what is happening in some of the best schools in the world. So let me give you some examples. I think that will give you some more insight. Let's start with Singapore's. Can we move forward, please? There is a list and there are many more, but these are few, I think 14 if I remember correctly. 13, 14 examples. I'll just read out a few for you. Let's talk about Singapore's Smart Nation Initiative. Singapore's adoption of smart classrooms through Smart Mission Initiative. They have started this initiative, Smart Mission Initiative, and I'm sure many of you have read about it. Where the IoT is Internet of Things. IoT devices, Internet of Things devices, they collect, they exchange, and they act on the data and help create a more engaging and personalized learning experience. Some examples of IoT devices are smart home devices, devices like thermostat, lighting system. We have also started using them. There are some wearable technologies like smartwatches, fitness trackers. There are some smart city technologies let's say, sensors and devices that monitor and manage traffic. And there are industrial IoT devices such as sensors and machines in manufacturing plants and supply chain that optimize efficiency. Agriculture IoTs are also available, such as sensors and devices used in farming or monitoring soil moisture, crop health, etc. Let's talk about a couple of more. The Finland holistic education approach. Finland has long been at the forefront of educational innovation. Its schools emphasize a holistic approach to child development, integrating technology while also prioritizing creativity, students' well-being, and less standardized testing. The system is different from ours. There is less standardized testing. Here we have one paper, one examination paper for all. In some cases, some of the students are given some rebate, but there they have individual learning systems and they also have individual personalized testing ways. That's how they test their children. This approach aligns with education 5.0 very well, and the emphasis is on developing the whole person, not just academic skills. So we are coming back to the enhancement of human-centric skills, which I was talking about earlier. Let's talk about the big picture learning model in USA, which is based on personalized learning again, and plans where students explore their interests and passions, often through internship. They have this system of internship. The real world experience. Indian schools, Indian universities have also started sending the students for these internship programs, and they have also started organizing these internship programs. Japan is promoting society. We are talking about Ed 5.2. They are promoting society 5.2. And as Sir said, a big percentage of Japanese population, they are growing old. They require more workforce. So this is what they have. Now the question was how to encounter this situation. So this is what they have decided. They have decided to adopt the model of Society 5.0. Again, their education system is also aligned more with technology advancement and societal needs, encouraging creativity, critical thinking, and problem solving. South Korea, maybe the last example from this list. This South Korean program, is it written there? I'm sure. The fifth one. So this South Korean program allows middle school. When I say middle school, I mean grade 6 to 8. Right. So middle school students to take break. In India, when we talk about break, we talk about break after grade 12, or we talk about a year's gap after graduation. You take a year back or 2 years break and go and work somewhere and then come back and do your post graduation. But there they are encouraging break for middle schoolers, grade 6, 7, and 8 students to have some experience, to gain some experiential learning. This is what they are doing, and the results are extremely good there. And as educators, you know it very well that Korea has been pioneering some of the best educational practices. Though Korea has always been a very far from here, very close sort of country, not too much of marketing about the approaches they take. But if you look at it, the Korean education system is doing exceedingly well. And that is one of their initiatives. So there are many Netherlands Agora schools. They have their own system. They have no classes, no teachers, or the subject in traditional sense. So it's all technology driven. Students learn what they want to learn. The curriculum creators create curriculum for them, what is needed for them as a part of the society. So that is what is happening there in Finland. And these are some other examples. Other day, this was last semester. Some people visited our school and they were having that virtual reality program. And there was a demo talking about Chandrayaan, and I was also part of that group which participated in that program. And that was so real, I must admit. If you have not experienced virtual reality program, I would suggest you to witness that once, and then you will start loving it, and then you will understand the importance of a virtual VR. That's how students can enter in the heart of a person. They can go 300 meters below the sea level. They can stand on the top of the Everest and see how things happen and how the global warming is affecting the high mountains, and they will understand how the quality and the quantity of snow and ice is decreasing day by day. Without going there, they will sit in the class and through virtual reality experience, they will learn everything. So these are the things which are happening everywhere. I know that there are many more examples, but we have to follow the time. I guess I have 5-7 minutes more. So I'll try to wind it up very quickly. So if we could just come to the next. So these are some characteristics of education 5.0. You can go through the list. I do not think this list or these points require explanation. They're clear. Well, can we move forward, please?
Vivian,
Dilliam, can we please move forward? So this is, I want to take 3-4 minutes discussing this slide. We say the Ed 5.0 is an urgent prerequisite. Why do we say so? We say so because of the rapid technological advancement. Technology is advancing day by day, and believe you me, the pace is much more faster than we believe, than we understand, or we think. It is extremely fast, and we have to keep up with the pace of technology advancement. Then global challenges are becoming more and more evident. We have to face these challenges. Our students have to learn how to face these challenges. The future of work. In few years, believe you me again, the technology is going to take over. And if we want jobs, if we want to give jobs to our students, we will have to prepare them with certain skills. They should be able to handle the technological advancement. And then lifelong learning is very clear. The the enhanced critical thinking and problem solving. That is one skill they have to learn. And that's why we require uh, education 5.2, digital literacy, and then collaborative skills for a globalized world. If you are sitting in one corner of Dehradun or in one corner of India, it does not mean that you are sitting there alone. By sitting there without spending too much of money, you can collaborate with the students sitting in some corner of California or in New Zealand, for that matter. So these are certain points which, if we look at these points, then we understand that the ED 5.0 is an urgent prerequisite. And then finally, I come to the conclusion. And let me say, as we look towards the future, it is clear that education 5.2 and beyond is not just a fancy academic term, but a necessary evolution in how we approach learning. It is about preparing for a world where the only constant is change and where being human is our greatest asset. And when I say this, I mean being human is our greatest asset. And how can we be human? We can be human when we understand these skills, when we own these human-centric skills, and we know how to handle the technological advancement for a better future. So let us embrace education 5.2 with open arms and open minds. Let us prepare our students to be not just workers of the future, but leaders, thinkers, and global citizens. The future is not waiting for us. It is right here and time to meet it head on. So, well, thank you very much for joining me on this journey. Let us take what we have learned today and use it to light the way for ourselves and our students into exciting world of education 5.0. If you could just move to the next one. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and your attention. Maybe by today evening or tomorrow, I'm going to post this article on my blog. If you want more details, you can read on this blog. And once again, thank you very much for inviting me to talk to this wonderful bunch of educators and students and faculty members. It was nothing less than an honor for me to be here and to speak to this august gathering. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. We are so grateful for your time and effort in speaking at our event. Your words were inspiring and your presence invaluable. Thank you for taking out time to be with us. Your speech was truly inspiring and we are so thankful for your contribution. I request Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, to please come up on stage and present a token of gratitude to our esteemed guests for today. I also request Dr. Shukla to please come up on stage and accept a token of appreciation. So please. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Semi-classical dance has its origin in Indian classical and folk dance. When we put together a semi-classical dance form, but before we proceed, we want you to have a performance of our Indian culture also. Thank you, Soumya. I once again would like to give a gentle reminder to everyone to kindly complete the registration process. We will be closing the registration desk post lunch. And right after the lunch, we are going to have a group photograph. I now request everyone to kindly proceed towards the canteen for lunch. And right after the lunch in the ground nearby, we are going to have a group photograph. Thank you. Conclave. Ya Devi Sarvabhuteshu, Shakti Rupani Sankata, Namaste, 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 Namo Namo. Goddess Durga indicates power and Shakti. Durga means the one who eradicates mysteries and woes. Our institution firmly considers each and every girl of our college as a Durga and always puts effort to recognize girls of their hidden supremacy. Let us unveil this power through the power pack performance on ICFAI Sunday.
Om Ramaya Namaha. Kita solusi ini. Bisa sampai cuma belum isi ini. Jadi kita bisa. Saya di lalu yang lain sendiri di sendiri. Di sertifikat dipanggil jika boleh kunci dikatakan baik bagi orang itu dia cenderungnya anu dia dikatakan
Wow, that was a PowerPoint performance. I now most humbly request the participants to come on the dais one by one and share their insights or comments. Any of the guests, the dignitaries?
Esteemed Vice Chancellor, Sir, wonderful intellectuals from different locations of India, and some students who are enjoying the program in the lobby. It is my privilege that I am today sharing the times of the ICFAI University. And first of all, I would like to say that my daughter has been studying here, she is pursuing PPLL. And it's a great opportunity for me to share my view that the overall experience of this university is very nice. And if you are planning to join or if you are renting someone, this is wonderful place. And if you talk about the overall experience of this conclave, then we have done a lot, especially that particular the was by principal sir. He delivered a wonderful lecture and we are very especially. Thank you so much.
So, anyone else who would like to speak?
I will you. That's all. इस विद्यालय से पढ़कर बाहर आओ, यहाँ पर उपस्थित है साथियों, जैसा कि इस विश्वविद्यालय में आकर मेरा बहुत ही अच्छा था कि शायद ही इतना अच्छा अनुभव नहीं था। इस विश्वविद्यालय का करना चलो सुनाई भी बहुत जहाँ अल्पों को पूरा जहाँ भी ठीक चलाए, जहाँ हुआ है तो देश है उसको हुआ है। और उस देश को हमें बदलना है। ऐसा नहीं कि शिक्षा पाकर शिक्षा वाले पूर्वक आए होकर आए। हमारा देश एक ऐसा देश है, एक कारण है कि जहाँ अनेक भाषाएं, अनेक धर्म, अनेक जाति सब कुछ होते हुए नहीं, भावनात्मक एकता एक है। कहा गया है विवेक उनके मैदान गए, आज लड़ाई अनंत रास्ता है, संस्कृत भूमिका अभ्यासी दुनिया से पश्चिम तक देखो, युवा शक्ति लड़कार नहीं, तानाशाही भ्रष्ट व्यवस्था की सत्ता है। गर्व की बात है, गौरव की बात है, यह विश्वविद्यालय ऐसे लोगों को शिक्षा देने का प्रयास करता है। ऐसी जगह से भी लोग आते हैं, कहते हैं दंगे उगड़े, एक ये सब अपने हैं, इनकी भी आंखों में कुछ तेरे कैसे सकते। वास्तव में इस यूनिवर्सिटी को देखकर मुझे तो ऐसा लगता है कि जो 11 सितंबर 1893 में एक युवा सन्यासी स्वामी विवेकानंद ने शिकागो के सर्व धर्म सम्मेलन में अपना व्याख्यान दिया था और पूरी दुनिया को ये बता दिया था। जब पश्चिम के लोग कहते थे कि आपके पास कपड़े नाम की कोई चीज नहीं है, हम लोग तो पैंट शर्ट पहनते हैं, टाई लगाते हैं, सारी चीजें, उन्होंने याद दिला दिया कि जब आपके यहाँ कपड़े नाम की कोई चीज नहीं थी तो हमारे यहाँ ढाका संबंधन प्रसिद्ध है, रेशमी और सलवार कुर्ते पहनते थे। जिस समय आपकी स्कूल नाम की कोई चीज नहीं थी, उस समय हमारे देश में तक्षशिला और नालंदा जैसे महान विश्वविद्यालय थे जहां से आकर कारक हुआ करते थे। तो कहने का मतलब अभाव में भाव पैदा कर देता है वही विश्वविद्यालय। और मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि सभी, चाहे स्त्री हो पुरुष हो, सभी को लेकर यह विश्वविद्यालय चल रहा है। महात्मा शंकर प्रसाद ने कहा कि नारी तुम केवल श्रद्धा हो, विश्वास जगत में पत्तल में, क्यों स्रोत की बहा करो जीवन के सुंदर संकल्प में। नारी फर्स्ट जहां है और नारी आगे है, उसी तरीके से अगर देखा जाए तो हमें अब वो नारी नहीं चाहिए जो राष्ट्रपति से खुद ने कहा अपना जीवन हार तुम्हारी यही कहानी, आंचल में है भूत और आंखों में पानी। अब तो चाहिए खुद ने हर दोनों के मुंह हमने सुनी कहानी थी, खूब घड़ी पर कहानी वाको झांसी गाड़ी कहानी थी। जय भारत जय, हम समझिए।
Next we have sir from Stanford International School.
हम सभी का अभिनंदन, वंदन। हमने एजुकेशन पे बहुत अच्छा सुना आज। मैं एजुकेशन की एक छोटी सी आप लोगों से बात शेयर करने जा रहा हूँ। अगर मैं अपने किसी स्कूल में I say please go and 4 person are sitting in my office. One is in coat pant, second is dhoti kurta, third is kurta pajama and a pant shirt. And if I ask from my child to please go and call a person who is a gentleman, वो बच्चा किसको बुला के लाएगा? यस, यानी कि यदि मेरे पिताजी पैंट शर्ट पहनते हैं तो वो जेंटलमैन नहीं। उसका रीजन हमने बहुत अच्छी अच्छी बातें सुनते हैं हर कॉन्फ्रेंस में। रीजन ये है कि एलकेजी यूकेजी की बुक में G for gentleman and the picture there published is the black coat pant. This is an education. Either we will talk about the NEP 2020 and ICFAI, all are the same things. बेसिक थिंग्स। अभी सर ने एक नारी को लेकर बात की थी, तो मेरे दिमाग में एक क्वेश्चन आया कि हम बच्चे को क्लासरूम में मैथ्स पढ़ाते हैं, जहां पे बाजार से रिलेटेड कुछ लेके आना होता है, एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन वाला क्वेश्चन, उसमें मेल नेम होता है, और जो घर से रिलेटेड होते हैं उसमें फीमेल नेम होता है। ये है एजुकेशन, ये वास्तविकता है। आप लोगों ने देखिएगा क्लास 2, 3, 4 में जो मैथ्स की बुक्स होती हैं, उसमें एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन, हमने बच्चे को एडिशन सब्ट्रैक्शन मल्टीप्लिकेशन सब कुछ सिखा दिया, बट उसके साथ ये भी बता दिया बाजार जाना है तो मेल ले, और घर के काम है तो फीमेल। वी हैव टू वर्क ऑन द ग्राउंड लेवल। मेरा आप लोगों से सिर्फ यही एक रिक्वेस्ट है कि हम इस स्तर पे पहले वर्क करें। ठीक है, आसमान में जाए, पर ये जरूरत जो मूल आधार है उसको जरूर सुन। मैं पहुंचती उत्तराखंड में हूँ, मेरा बर्थ नैनीताल का है। आई एम वर्किंग इन पंजाब लास्ट 6 and a half month, but I work here nearby this university, either the GRD World School, Dun Global School, Masuri JNFCS School, and before that I was in a Nainital, वहीं का मेरा बर्थ है। लेकिन जो एजुकेशन मैंने समझी है वो सिर्फ ये है कि साक्षर और शिक्षित, हम क्या शिक्षित बना रहे हैं, हम क्या एजुकेटर प्रोड्यूस कर रहे हैं, या सिर्फ लिटरेट। तो मेरा आप लोगों से इस मंच से यही निवेदन है, जो भी मेरे प्रिंसिपल्स टीचर, जो हमारे, क्योंकि यूनिवर्सिटी को हम पके पकाए बच्चे देते हैं, जो हमारे बेसिक क्लासेस हैं, जिसको हम नए एनईपी में जो है फर्स्ट 5, उस 5 पे हमें वर्क करने की जरूरत है। एक बाय फोल्डिंग हैंड्स अनुरोध कि प्लीज उस पे वर्क करें हम लोग, और बच्चों को साक्षर ना होके शिक्षित बनाएं। थैंक यू सो मच।
Thank you, sir. Because of paucity of time, we'll be continuing one more.
Good afternoon, everyone. Honorable Principals, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Sir, Dr. Ramkarni, Professors, Deans, Principals, and dear co-learners. This is first time in my life that I have attended a university program or a university sponsored program. When I was sitting there, I was thinking, we are just preparing students for universities. We are nursery for universities. It should be a program that the universities should tell us which skills required for further studies. Universities must tell us which value inculcation is required for further studies, and which type of theoretical portion we should deal in conceptual clarity. At least this must be the value addition of these programs. As I was saying, हम तो supplement देते हैं इनको, हम तो नर्सरी है यूनिवर्सिटी की, just preparing for further education. All schools are preparing their students for further education. Let the university को कैसा है the raw material चाहिए. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Because of paucity of time, we are going to start the memento presentation. So it's time to express our gratitude. Here we have a memento, a token of our appreciation. I request the Honorable Vice Chancellor, sir, Professor Dr. Ramkaran Singh, sir, and Vice President ICFAI, Mr. Shrikant Singh, sir, to kindly present these tokens to our honored guests. To do the honors, I request you to please come up on stage. I will be calling out the name of the delegate, the designation, and school name. Gaurav Kumar, Director, IMS Law. Arpit Singh, teacher, IMS Law. Ghanshyam Das, NEET, GGL Patilda. Mr. Ashok Kumar, SPL, Sangrur. Mr. Vijay Anand, SUM, Mohali. Mr. Ravinder Patil, SVM, Rampura. Mr. Rajesh Kumar, GADIS, Firozpur. Mr. Satish Kumar, RTS. Mr. Rakesh Dogra, MSM.
You change that.
You other side.
I request the delegates to kindly come from my left hand side and you can collect your memento and proceed from my right hand side. So there is no clash in between. Next, Dr. Trilok Chandrasoni, teacher, GIC. Okay. Next, Rohit Mehra, Doon PG. Sandeep Kumar, Director, Doon PG. Mrs. Maya Shah, Principal, The Doon, Rosemount. Naveen Kumar, The Doon, Rosemount School. Harish Benchwal, Media, Amar Ujala. Sonika Walia, teacher, St. Mary's, Vikasnagar. Vivek Kumar, guest. Dr. Anita Nethani, Principal, TKIC, Dehradun. Niti Nandwani, teacher from TKIC, Dehradun. Vikas Garmora from Quality Skills Center, Harbalpur. Mohit Saini, Quality Skill Center, Herbertpur. Gaurav, Horizon Point, Herbertpur. Amrit Kaushik, Horizon Point, Herbertpur. P.T. Patel, Principal, EIPS, Haridwar. Jitendra from DIPS, Haridwar. Rohit Arora, General Secretary, Golden Learn Convent School, Moga, Punjab. Deepak Gulati, SMO. Pradeep Mehta, Management Department, AIMT, Ambala.
डॉक्टर मालविया, let them join now. आप दोनों लोग आ जाओ.
Mrs. Ankur Tyagi, Principal, RPS Public School, Bijnor. Mr. Rajiv Kumar Tyagi, Chairman, RPS, Bijnor. Mrs. Mamta from Ambala. Balwinder Singh, Principal, SRMPS, Hisar. Satish Kumar, Principal, Rajesh Kumar, Principal from Firozpur. Ashok Kumar, Principal, Scholars Pride School, Samur. Neeraj Bali, Principal, S.A. Jain Senior Secondary School, Ambala. Samarjit Singh, MD, Cyclist Academy, Dehradun. Vaishali Singh, Principal, Cyclist Academy, Dehradun. P.K. Mekpuri, Lecturer, GIC, Dehradun. Rutika Chaudhary, Teacher from V-Sharp, Dehradun. Sanjay Kumar, Teacher from Shishu Shiksha Sadan, Dehradun. Anil Kumar Kamla from Dehradun. Vivek Chand, Teacher from Dehradun. Dinesh Kumar, Teacher from Dehradun. Dr. M. K. Chakravarti, teacher from Ojasco Law Institute, Dehradun. Mr. Ramnivas Pragapati, teacher from Dehradun. Mr. Sharda, teacher from Arvachan, Dehradun. Now I request Neela ma'am and Shruti ma'am to please come up. Next, Neena Tendulkar, TGC from Delhi. Nutan Marathi Senior Secondary School. Shushma. Next, Sushma from Nutan Marathi Senior Secondary School, Delhi. Varsha from Delhi. Ghanshyam Das. Jagdeep MD New Era. Miss Neetu from Ludhiana. Dr. Rajiv Chopra, Assistant Professor. Mr. Jitendra, Vice Principal, Rishi Model School, Punjab. Dr. Surina Sharma from Mohali, Punjab. Om Prakash Sharma, Principal SMF, Ambala. Dr. S.S. Rawat, Dean, GRD Academy, Dehradun. Mr. O.P. Gulati, Teacher, Moon College, Dehradun. Dr. Sanjay Chugh, Director. Rooplal, Principal, The Oxford School. Ranjit Singh, Director, FGNCS. Gagandeep Singh, Principal, Rishi Model School. Mrs. Manisha, Mr. Rooplal, and Mr. Gurdev Singh. Dr. Surinder Singh from Mohali. Sandeep Saxena, Admin, the Drona School, Dehradun. Geeta Lama, Coordinator, Scholar Bean School, Dehradun. Shushma Limbu, Principal, Scholar Bean School, Dehradun. Dr. Neetu Sharma, Principal, Narayan E Techno School, Ludhiana. Manoj Saxena, Vice Principal, PGDAV Senior Secondary School, New Delhi. Chitram Sharma, Head of School, Harcourt, Butler Senior Secondary School, Delhi. PMP Singh, in charge, New Delhi. Gaurav Joshi, Director from Pithoragarh. Dr. Matthew Verdies, Principal from Hisar. Poonam Singh Chaudhary, Principal, Sangam Children's Academy, Dehradun. Varsha Goel, Principal, DAV Senior Secondary School, Hisar. Mohammed Mubarak, Principal from Hali Public School, HR. Dheeraj Arya, Principal from Meerut. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, Principal from MEBS Bijnor. Dr. Govinder Singh, Director from Jammu. Vijender from Jammu, Principal. To do the honors, I now request Jeffrey sir and Amita sir to please come up on stage. Thank you, Meena ma'am. Thank you. Next, Neeraj Kumar Singh, Principal, PGDAV, Senior Secondary School, Delhi. Next, Sandeep Bajaj, Principal, Haryana Public School. Shikha Rani, Principal from Guru Nanak Public School. Rajendra Kumar, Chairman of Dev Group of School. Ritu Sharma, Model Sanskriti. She is the Vice Principal. Next, Dr. Sheikh Singh, PGP, is Jain Senior Secondary School, Delhi. Vijay Anand, Principal, JSPM, Mohali. I now request Mr. Sanat Kumar and Mr. Srinivas to please come up and do the honor. Next, Rajendra Patel, Principal from Batinda. Shailesh Kumar, Principal from GIC Dehradun. Gurdeep Kumar, Vice Principal from Jammu. Ritu Sharma, Principal from Mansa. Rajendra Kumar, Chairman from DEV Group of Schools. Next, Dr. Vijay Kumar, Principal from Greater Noida. Rahul Parashar, Principal from Vedanta, Greater Noida. Dr. Atish Gupta, Principal from IIT Public School, Greater Noida. Dr. Hemant Upadhyay, MD from the Vivekanand Public School, Dehradun. Dr. Krishna, Principal from Swami Vivekanand Public School, Dehradun. Pradeep Kumar Gaur, Principal GEI School, Shimla Bypass. Pravesh Bhatt, Principal Bristol Public School, Dehradun. Simarjit Kaur, Principal British Sixth School, Gurdaspur. S.S. Virdi, Director from Stanford International School. Tamsa, the surname is not clear, Principal from from Kotdwar. Sameer Rohit, Vice Principal, Sri Sensibly Public School, Kotdwar. Dr. Jitendra Singh, teacher from GSSS, Kalsi, Dehradun. Lalit Kumar, Principal, Sai Grace Academy, Dehradun. Amit Sehgal, Principal, Muslim International School, Dehradun. I request everyone to please be seated in the auditorium after taking the memento also, because we are going to have a press photograph for the press release. I now request Jagjeet Singh sir and Atulya ma'am to please come up on stage and do the honors. Mrs. Shivani, coordinator from Ambala. N.S. Punia, principal from Maharaja Public School. Anita Sivaj, principal from Rockwood Academy, Shamli. Inderpal Singh, principal from K.S. Children's Academy, Bijnor. Meera Kumar, headmistress from Miranpur.
Congratulations.
Mamta Rani, Vice Principal from Haryana. Kinti Kalhera, Director, Scholars Convent School, Sonipat. Praveen, Principal, Government Girls High Senior Secondary School, Jammu. Vish Principal from Dehradun. Mr. G.S. Vish Coordinator from Dehradun. Sandeep Bajaj Principal from Haryana Public School. Shikha Rani Principal from Haryana. Dr. A.N. Shukla Principal. Dr. Javinder Ji from Haryana. Thank you, sir. I now invite Vice President ICID, Mr. Shrikant Paturi, sir, to present a memento to Shikha Gupta, Director from Higher Education Line. I also invite Vice Chancellor, sir, to please come up on stage to do the honor. I also request Director, sir, to please join us. Next, Vasant Kumar Niman, Outreach Head, I Educationalize. I also call on stage Kiran Soni and Rajesh Shankar to kindly come and collect their memento. I hope everyone has received the memento. Is anyone still left who has not received the memento? Please come up on stage if you have not received your memento. If your name hasn't been called out and you are sitting or you haven't done the registration. Okay, all have received the memento? I request Vice President, ICFAI team, Dr. Srikanth Pradul sir, to please share the words.
Very good evening. Thanks to one and all for coming to this principal conclave. I would like to appreciate and thank the IGI team members, the Uttarakhand team, Sutrip Togi and team, Jagdish Singh Bhamra and his team, Mr. Sanam Kumar, Mr. Srinivas Prasad and all my marketing team, who has done a very good job in making this principal conclave a big success. And we are applause to the entire marketing staff on behalf of the team. The very good. And also big thanks to the entire university system, vice chancellor, registrar, deans, directors, everybody who has cooperated for us when we said that we want to conduct this principal conclave. They said, please go ahead, because some people will say, let us see later like that, but without any hesitation, they have cooperated and they have encouraged to do this conclave. So sincere thanks to the entire university system, especially to Dr. G.L. Chakravarti, who has coordinated for the last 7 days. Given a lot of help to us for conducting this one. Thanks to one and all. Thank you very much. Now I request our Honorable Vice Chancellor to say a few words. And later we will have a small cultural program and then we will be there for the group photo for a press release. Thank you.
Now I will say a few words only because lot of things has gone out and each and everything has gone extremely well. हमें एक जो है गालिब साहब का एक शेर याद आ रहा है because things were so intermixed, so my mood is very vibrant. बीच बीच में मैंने देखा कि हास्य कवि के रूप में भी कुछ लोगों ने लीडर्स के रूप में भी कुछ प्रस्तुति दी। तो वो शेर इस तरह का है, गालिब साहब अपने जमाने के बहुत ही फेमस भाषण रहे हैं। उनका कहना है, सबको मालूम है जन्नत की हकीकत गालिब, लेकिन दिल बहलाने के लिए ये ख्याल अच्छा है। इसकी बहुत डीप मीनिंग है, बहुत डीप थिंकिंग है। हम पूरे दिन जो कुछ भी करते रहे हैं, अगर आप इसकी गहराई में जाओ तो आपको सब कुछ मिल जाएगा। और क्योंकि आपके दिमाग में तरह तरह के क्वेश्चन उठ रहे होंगे कि जो कुछ मैं एज ए टीचर कर रहा हूँ, एज ए प्रोफेसर कर रहा हूँ, एज ए प्रिंसिपल कर रहा हूँ, एज ए डायरेक्टर कर रहा हूँ कि नहीं कर रहा हूँ। तो आप सभी को बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हो, ठीक कर रहे हो, और ये सब चीजें हम लोगों के डीएनए में है। ये चीजें हम लोग सदियों सदियों से करते आए हैं। तो ये एक साइक्लिक प्रोसेस है एजुकेशन इम्पार्ट करना, और हम उसे गुरुकुल की परंपरा में पहुंचेंगे और बोलेंगे कि ये गुरुकुल का जो तौर तरीका था ज्ञान देने का, सीखने का, वही सबसे अच्छा था। अब मॉडर्न एजुकेशन में पहुंच करके फिर से गुरुकुल की तरफ शुरुआत कर दी है। Most of the Western universities have started doing that. तो जो एजुकेशन इम्पार्ट करने का तरीका है वो साइकिल में कंटिन्यूअस चलता रहता है, और हम जो कुछ कर रहे हैं बहुत अच्छा कर रहे हैं, और वैसे ही करते रहें, देश बहुत आगे बढ़ेगा, हम सब लोग बहुत आगे बढ़ेंगे। और एजुकेशन में हम बच्चों को जो एप्टीट्यूड क्रिएट करते हैं इंडियन एजुकेशन में, वो होलिस्टिक है। वो ये चीज मैं बहुत कॉन्फिडेंटली कह सकता हूँ, क्योंकि हम शिक्षा के पास थे और दुनिया में जाकर के लगभग हर कॉन्टिनेंट में काम किए, और मैंने देखा कि जो कुछ भी मुझे अपने स्कूल सिस्टम में सिखाया गया था, कभी आज तक ना अपडेट है ना कभी अपडेट रहेगा। तो हम लोगों का ज्ञान देने का तरीका, ज्ञान लेने का तरीका परफेक्ट है, और इस चीज पर विश्वास करें और जारी रखें। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सब लोगों को आने के लिए। थैंक यू।
One more happy news I want to announce. Just now we got the news when our honorable vice chancellor is speaking. We got the news. In the entire India, there are around 8 vice chancellors who are being nominated for the Quality Council of India for Higher Education. And our honorable vice chancellor Dr. Ram Karan Singh is nominated and is a part of that 8 members. Just now we got the news. Just 1 minute. Thank you.
थैंक यू सर। हमारे बीच में एनवायरमेंटलिस्ट और एडवोकेट डॉक्टर त्रिलोक चंद सोनी, मैं उनको मंच पे बुलाना चाहूंगी और वो सब कुछ कहना चाहते हैं आप लोगों से।
देवता को नमन करते हुए आज के कार्यक्रम के आयोजक इस विद्यालय के पति महोदय, रजिस्ट्रार महोदय, वाइस चांसलर एवं जो बाहर से आए हुए हैं, देश के कोने कोने से आए हुए हैं, आप सभी का देवभूमि मेरे पहाड़ उत्तराखंड में स्वागत है, अभिनंदन है। इसी कार्यक्रम में एक मिशन लेकर मैं भी आया हूं। हमारा जीवन इस प्रकृति की देन है, और जब से हम जन्म हुए हैं और जन्म से लेकर के मरने के बाद भी हम इस धरा का प्रयोग करते हैं, उपयोग करते हैं, लेकिन इस धरा को देख क्या रहे हैं? हमने बहुत बड़े बिल्डिंगें बना दी, हमने सड़कें बना दी, हमने अनाज उत्पादन के लिए इसका उपयोग किया, लेकिन क्या अभी कभी हमने इस धरती को देने की बात कही? आदमी किसी से उधार लेता है तो कहता है कि अगर मरने के बाद परमात्मा तुम्हें जो है जन्म नहीं देगा, लेकिन जिस धरती का हम प्रयोग कर रहे हैं, जिस धरती का हम उपयोग कर रहे हैं, क्या उस धरती का कर चुका पा रहे हैं? जीवन दाता है, माँ बाप हमारे जो है वो एक माध्यम है, इस जीवन को देने वाले प्रकृति है। आज जो हम सभी लोग यहाँ पर बैठे हुए हैं, तो पूर्व निर्धारित इस प्रकृति ने यह निर्धारित किया होगा कि इस डेट पे इतने लोग यहाँ पर बैठे हैं, ये सब उस प्रकृति की देन है। लेकिन क्या हम खुद प्रकृति को दे रहे हैं? हमारा आप सभी लोगों से निवेदन है कि इस धरती को एक उपहार रूप में एक पौधा है। सर मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि मैंने जो अभियान चलाया है वो उत्तराखंड का चमोली का रहने वाला हूं मैं। लोग का मुद्दा दिया करते हैं, कुछ समय के बाद जो हमारा टेबल की शोभा बनाता था वो पौधादान बन जाता। इसके अलावा मैंने पौधे उपहार में देना शुरू, और आज आप देख रहे हैं कि उत्तराखंड में लगभग पौधे उपहार में दे रहे हैं। इसकी प्रेरणा गांव में मुझे हमारे गाय भैंस बकरियां हुआ करते थे, माता और पिताजी हम पौधे लगाने के लिए जाया करते थे, तो पिताजी गड्ढा बनवाते थे, माँ मुझे पौधा देते थे, मैं उस पौधा लेकर के पिताजी के हाथ पर रख देता था। बस यहीं से जो है कि पौधे उपहार में देने की एक प्रेरणा मिली और लगातार ये कार्य करता रहा। उत्तराखंड के मुख्यमंत्री ने भी यही आदेश निर्गत किए थे कि जो मुझे मिलना है वो एक पौधा या किताब लेके आए। तो कहीं ना कहीं इस धरती के उपहार में एक पौधा अवसर है। मेरा पौधा लगाने का ये नहीं है कि हम एक लक्ष्य निर्धारित कर दें, बल्कि पौधा लगाने का मेरा एक उद्देश्य यह है कि जैसे मेरा जन्मदिन हो गया तो मैंने उपहार रूप में इस धरती को एक पौधा दिया, मेरी शादी की सालगिरह है तो मैंने इस धरती को जो है कि एक पौधा उपहार में दे दिया, मेरे बच्चे का जन्मदिन है तो अपने बच्चे के जन्मदिन में इस धरती को एक पौधा उपहार में दे। कर्मचारी हैं हम लोग, सेवानिवृत्ति होते हैं, स्थानांतरित होते हैं, प्रमोशन होते हैं, ऐसे यादगार पलों पर इस धरती को एक पौधा उपहार में दे। मैं ये भी बताना चाहूंगा, जब नव दंपति का प्रवेश करते हैं, शादी विवाह होते हैं, तो मैं एक पौधा लेके जाता हूँ और शगुन में दुल्हा दुल्हन को पौधा देता हूँ और ये कामना करता हूँ कि जिस प्रकार से ये हरियाली इस धरा पे है, ऐसे आपके सुखमय जीवन में रहे। तो ये प्रयास हमारा होना चाहिए, क्योंकि कल की हमारी पीढ़ी क्या करेगी, किस तरीके से जिएगी, किस तरीके से रहेगी। आज जितने भी प्राकृतिक संसाधनों का उपयोग हम कर रहे हैं वो हमारे पूर्वजों ने दिए हैं, लेकिन हम टेक्निकल के क्षेत्र में आगे बढ़े, हमने जो है कि उन पेड़ पौधों को काट करके एक कंक्रीट पे तब्दील कर रहे हैं, जिसका प्रभाव हमारे आने वाली पीढ़ी पर पड़ेगा। हमारे जल स्रोत सूखेंगे, पानी की किल्लत यहाँ पर पड़ेगी। तो निश्चित तरीके से जो देश के कोने कोने से यहाँ पर आए हैं, मैं आपसे अर्जी करूंगा, जब भी आपका बच्चे का जन्मदिन हो, आपके जन्मदिन हो, तो जरूर जो है कि आप एक पौधा उपहार के रूप इस धरती को दें। आप किसी अधिकारी से, किसी मंत्री से या किसी से भी मिलना चाह रहे हैं या कोई अतिथि आ रहे हैं, तो मेरा आपसे अनुरोध रहेगा कि एक पौधा उपहार में उन्हें दें। अगर वो पौधा कभी गदरे में भी फेंकता है तो मुझे लगता है कि अगर पानी उसे मिलेगा सब, तो पौधा वहां पर भी होगा। कहीं ना कहीं इस प्रकृति में जो है कि आपकी यादगार चीजें रहेंगे। हमारे जीवन के कई ऐसे खुशनुमा यादगार पल होते हैं, ऐसे यादगार पलों पर हम एक एक पौधा उपहार इस धरती को दें। तो ये छोटे छोटे प्रयास हमारे इस धरा के लिए करना चाहिए, जिसका लाभ हमारे आने वाले वक्त को मिलेगा। मैं पुनः जो कि इस आयोजक और यहाँ विश्वविद्यालय के सभी कर्मचारी अधिकारियों को अभिनंदन करता हूँ कि आपने मुझे यहाँ पर आमंत्रित किया। मेरे संदेश देश जो हमारे देश के कोने कोने से आए हैं उन तक पहुंचा, इन्हीं शब्दों के बाद अपनी वाणी यही विराम रखूंगा। जय हिंद, जय जय पहाड़ उत्तराखंड।
I request VC sir to please come out on stage. Dr. Trilok Soni will be presenting a sapling to Honorable Vice Chancellor sir.
हरे मदीनाथ की तुलसी।
I now request Vice President IGID team, Mr. Shrikant sir, to please come up and accept the sapling.
काफी समय जब मैं हिमालयन रीजन में नहीं आता था, आया था, तो सोचता था तुलसी की खाली दो जो है नस्लें हैं, जो कुछ भी बोलिए, एक रामा एक श्यामा, एक होती थी जो नॉर्थ इंडिया में मानी जाती थी। और यहाँ पे आने के बाद मैंने, हमारे पास इस समय तुलसी की 10 वैरायटी, और इसमें से कई सारी वैरायटीज हैं जो बहुत हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे सरवाइव करती है। हर प्लांट जो है एक पर्टिकुलर कंडीशन में ग्रो करता है। तो ये जो केदारनाथ और बद्रीनाथ की जो तुलसी जी है, इनमें बहुत बढ़िया फ्लावरिंग आती है पिंक कलर की, और ये जो है बहुत हाई एल्टीट्यूड पे सर्वाइव करती है। और स्पेशली उत्तराखंड इज दी स्टेट ऑफ द मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स। यहाँ पे लाखों करोड़ों प्लांट ऐसे हैं जो हमारे वेदांत और उपनिषद में जिनकी मेडिसिनल प्रॉपर्टीज को लिखा गया है, बताया गया है। और जो है वेस्टर्न वर्ल्ड में इस चीज पे रिसर्च चल रही है। ये सारी एलोपैथिक मेडिसिन जो हम खाते हैं, ये मेडिसिनल प्लांट से एक्सट्रैक्ट कर की जाती है साइंटिफिक तरीके से, फिर उनकी दवा बनाई जाती है। तो जो अभी हमारे ये मित्र बोले कुछ समय बाद कि मेडिसिनल प्लांट्स की क्या इंपॉर्टेंस है, ये खाली ऑक्सीजन के लिए नहीं है, बट हमारे सर्वाइवल के लिए जो कुछ भी चाहिए इन पेड़ पौधों से ही मिलता है। और इन पेड़ पौधों पे हम दया करें, इन पेड़ पौधों को हम गौर करें, नेचर पे दया करें, और इसी से हमारा सर्वाइवल है। धन्यवाद।
Thank you, sir. I now request Srinivas sir, Regional Manager, to please come up on stage. I now request Kriti Asodi ma'am, Branch Manager, to please come up and accept the token. Now I request Hargun Singh, Assistant Manager, to accept the token. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. We have a last dance performance of the day. उत्तराखंड कला, संस्कृति और लोक विद्याओं से संपन्न प्रदेश है। यहाँ की लोक विद्याओं और परंपराओं ने उत्तराखंड की वर्षों से चली आ रही जानकारियों को सहेजने का काम किया है। उन्हीं लोक विद्याओं में आता है उत्तराखंड का लोक नृत्य। आइए प्रस्तुत है उत्तराखंड का एक लोक नृत्य। Thank you for the wonderful performance. And at last, we have a special request by Dr. Jitendra Singh Bhatia, who would like to share his few words.
Thanks to all of you and very special thanks to the university. अभी क्योंकि शिक्षा पर की बात हो रही थी तो कहा जाता है कि शिक्षा शेरनी का दूध है, जो पिएगा वो दहाड़ेगा। और ये जीवन भर हम सभी एजुकेशन से जुड़े लोग इस चीज को देखते रहते हैं। जो सही और गलत में फर्क करना सिखाए और प्रश्न करना सिखाए, मुझे लगता है उसे हम शिक्षा कहते हैं। और हम अपने छात्रों के अंदर एक प्रश्न पूछने की, तर्क करने की और तर्क के साथ एक वाद विवाद डिबेट करने की जो प्रक्रिया है वो पूरी करते हैं और किसी न किसी निष्कर्ष पर पहुंचते हैं, क्योंकि आगे हम अच्छे मार्गदर्शक गुरु बन पाते हैं।
मुझे जो विशेष रूप से यहाँ पर कहने की आवश्यकता महसूस हुई, विश्व को आवश्यकता है इस चीज की कि शिक्षा आखिर हम क्यों ग्रहण करते हैं। चार कारण जो मुझे लगे और कई बार मैं इनको जहां पर मुझे अवसर मिलता है जिक्र करता हूँ। लर्न टू लिव सबसे पहला कारण है कि हम जीने के लिए सीखते हैं। दूसरा कारण है कि हम जो करते आए हैं हमारे बड़े, या जो हमको लगता है कि हमें करना है उसको करने के लिए सीखते हैं। लर्न टू लिव, लर्न टू डू, और तीसरा कारण है लर्न टू बी। हम सभी लोगों ने सीखा, पढ़ा लिखा, कोई एग्जाम दिया, इंटरव्यू दिया, और आज हम यहाँ पर कुछ पढ़कर आपके सम्मुख हैं, आप और हम सभी। और सबसे महत्वपूर्ण जो कारण है वो कारण है लर्न टू लिव टुगेदर, जिसे इस भारत भूमि में इस वसुधैव कुटुंबकम जो हम पूरी पृथ्वी को एक परिवार मानते हैं, ये वो संदेश है जो मैं इस मंच के माध्यम से आपको देना चाहता हूँ कि हम लर्न टू लिव टुगेदर, ये अपने बच्चों के बीच की भारत की जो एक पहचान है, जो एक संस्कृति है, जो एक सभ्यता है, उसको पहचानने का प्रयास करेंगे कि हम एक यूनिक एग्जिस्ट में बहुत सारे यूनिक है, बहुत सारी जो बातें हम सभी जानते हैं, इसलिए उनको मैं डिटेल में नहीं बोलूंगा। और इसी आशा और विश्वास के साथ ये संदेश भारत वर्ष में जाएगा कि पूर्व में जो भारत था, अखंड भारत जिसे हम कहते थे, यूनिक एडजस्टमेंट की जो पहचान भारत वर्ष की है, ये आगे भी बढ़े और एक बार हम सोने की चिड़िया कहे जाने वाली भारत तो विश्व विजेता बने। इन्हीं शुभकामनाओं के साथ आप सभी का बहुत बहुत साधुवाद, धन्यवाद। जय भारत।
Thank you, sir. With that, we come to the end of this program, and before everyone leaves, I want everyone to please come out on stage. We want to have a group photograph. I request everyone to kindly come on stage for one group photograph.
We will be here only. They will stand there. Our team will be here only. That will be best. You do. Now we do. Landscape में लोग फोटो में landscape में सर आप